Peshwari Chapli Kebab. These delicious beef patties, made using authentic Pashtun methods, showcase simple ingredients that let the beef's flavor shine. You can enjoy these kebabs in so many ways, whether as part of a main meal or in a bun for a homemade burger. Welcome back to Burmawala Kitchen. This recipe has a fair bit to prepare, but only takes few minutes to cook. I am going to show you the exact details, and you will never need another Chapli Kebab recipe, so stay tuned till the end. Start by slicing and dicing a thumb-sized piece of ginger into small pieces, about the same size as the beef mince we'll be using. Believe it or not, this recipe has no garlic. Next, I'll be chopping 3 large green chilies finely. I prefer my kebabs on the mild side, but if you like more heat, feel free to double or even triple the chilies. Sweat beads will be rolling down your forehead, and you might need some Gaviscon later though. Now, grab your pestle and mortar, and go 3 tablespoons of coriander seeds, dhania. We're going for a coarse grind here, don't overdo it. This is what the mix should look like. As we're using 1 kilogram of beef, I'll chop 500 grams of red onions into quarters to help the food processor handle them evenly. Blitz the onions for about 30 seconds. We want them roughly the same size as the mince. The next step is crucial. You'll need to squeeze out all the liquid from the onions using a muslin cloth. This helps keep the kebabs from falling apart during cooking. Look at that liquid. It's like onion gold. Don't throw it away. You can freeze it for soups later. No waste in this kitchen. Now onto the 500 grams of tomatoes. Chop them up into quarters. Blitz them in the same food processor. No need to clean the machine. Who has time to waste some more water? Have you seen the water bills lately? A quick 30-second blitz, and they should be the same size as the onions and mince. Next, the main event. 1 kilogram of good quality beef mince. I'm using a mix of 75% beef and 25% fat. The fat's essential for flavor and helps keep the kebabs juicy. Don't worry if it shrinks a little during cooking. The taste will be worth it. To the beef, add 3 teaspoons of salt and then knead it for 7 minutes. This step is vital, especially if your mince was only ground once. If you can get it ground 3 times at the butcher's, that's even better. We're looking for a smooth sausage-like texture. Now we'll add our other ingredients. The chopped ginger, green chilies, 2 tablespoons of dried pomegranate seeds, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of dried chili flakes, and the coarsely ground coriander seeds. Give it all a good mix. You'll want to work it for about 5 minutes to make sure everything is evenly distributed. No bland bites allowed. Next, we're folding in the onions. Do this in stages. Don't dump them in all at once. It really makes a difference to how the final kebabs turn out. Now add 100 grams of maize flour as a binder. It might be tough to incorporate, but trust me, it's worth the effort. Lastly, fold in the chopped tomatoes and their juices, and give the mixture one final mix until it's smooth and well kneaded. Now we'll shape the kebabs. I'm making each one 100 grams. Which gave me 19 kebabs plus one smaller 50-gram one. While the oil heats up, we'll shape the mince into patties. I like to make 3-finger indentations and a small dimple in the middle of each one. This helps them cook evenly. Heat your oil. It's best to use beef fat, but I'm going with a mix of neutral oil and 4 tablespoons of ghee. Once the oil is hot, carefully place the kebabs in the pan. You'll want the heat nice and high so the kebabs sear quickly, locking in all that flavor. Each side needs about 2 minutes to cook, and make sure not to overcrowd the pan. If you do, the temperature will drop, and you'll end up steaming the kebabs instead of frying them. Look at that color. It may seem like it's burning, but that's just the crispy crust forming. Exactly what we want. After the first batch, clean the oil between frying. This keeps your kebabs looking beautiful and prevents a burnt taste. I'm only frying 12 kebabs today. The rest will be shaped and frozen. These freeze wonderfully and can be cooked in the air fryer whenever you fancy them. While the second batch fries, let's break one open. Just look at that texture. Crispy on the outside and soft, juicy on the inside. Exactly how a chapli kebab should be. Let's finish off frying the last ones and onto the plate. Honestly, I find this part trickier than the cooking. Trying to make food look good for all of you wonderful subscribers is no easy task. Hopefully you all are subscribed, aren't you? And there you have it, Peshwari Chapli Kebabs. They look absolutely divine, and trust me, they taste even better. You'd think they were made in Peshawar, but you can recreate them at home using this simple recipe. Sure, it's a bit long, but most of the time is spent on prep, and the ingredients are few and simple. These kebabs are versatile. You can eat them with a squeeze of lemon and some onions. Serve them in a bun for a bun kebab, or with tamarind and chili chutney. Thanks for watching and joining me once again in the Burmawala kitchen.